Hi, I'm Adam the Learning Coach, and this is one of a series of videos I'm doing on jam sessions. This one is for the saxophone players and trumpet players who come to jam sessions. Believe it or not, you all have it the easiest, if you didn't know that already, because typically, you can go in there and call any number of tunes, and the band is expected to back you up. Unlike singers, usually saxophone players and trumpet players are playing songs in the standard keys, so your musicians will have less trouble backing you up. But here's a few things that you should keep in mind at a jam session. Even though the musicians behind you, your drummer, bass, and guitar, or drummer, bass, and piano, may know your tune, they are still working hard for you to make you sound good. And you should still be taking them into consideration when you play. So the most important thing is, maybe don't take 75 solos. Maybe just take, 3 or 4. If you're really grooving, you could take 5. But just be aware that, perhaps the piano player might like to take a solo, or maybe there's other instruments out there that would like to take a solo. And there's an audience at a jam session, and they really don't want to hear, Afro Blue for half an hour. Even if your solo is just the best thing ever. Here's an interesting perspective for a trumpet or a saxophone player. Now, as a piano player, I learned somewhere along the line that the better I make the musicians around me sound, the better I sound. So if I'm playing behind a bass player, and I'm thinking, how can I lay in there? What kind of things do I have to put in there to make them sound good? And the better that bass player sounds with me on top of them, the better I sound. And then they think I'm great. And so the same is true, believe it or not, with your solos. Your solos don't just have to be an exercise in how great you are. Your solos could actually be designed to make the people behind you sound good. If you try to lock in with them, if you try to make your solo sound like something that sounds good on top of them, guess what? You're going to sound 50 times better. They're going to give you the credit. If your solo makes the rhythm section sound good, people aren't going to say, what a great rhythm section. They're going to say, what a great soloist, even though that's not your intent. It's counterintuitive, but believe me, it works. So keep these things in mind when you go to a jam session. And if you have any comments, or if you'd like to argue the point with me, please feel free to leave a comment below. Happy jamming.